In the quiet moments between breaths, there lies a truth that society often misunderstands. Those quirks you've been told to suppress, those behaviors that make others raise their eyebrows, might just be the subtle whispers of an extraordinary mind struggling to express its unique brilliance. We live in a world that demands conformity, that prizes uniformity over the intricate landscape of individual consciousness, yet within you beats a rhythm of intelligence that refuses to be contained by conventional expectations. Your mind dances to a melody most cannot hear, weaving patterns and connections that slip through the narrow corridors of traditional understanding. Every seemingly odd gesture, every unconventional thought, every moment of apparent distraction could be the external manifestation of a profound internal genius waiting to be recognized and unleashed. Imagine for a moment the great innovators, the revolutionary thinkers who were once dismissed as strange, eccentric, or simply different. Einstein, who spoke late as a child and was considered slow by his early educators. Tesla, whose mind operated on wavelengths incomprehensible to his contemporaries. Van Gogh, whose perception of the world transcended the visual reality into emotional landscapes that others could barely comprehend. These individuals were not broken or limited. They were extraordinary beings whose minds functioned on a frequency that the average world could not immediately understand or appreciate. Your own peculiarities might be speaking a similar language of exceptional potential, a hidden communication of intellectual depth that goes far beyond superficial social norms. Neuroscience has begun to unravel the complex tapestry of human intelligence, revealing that what society labels as odd or dysfunctional might actually be markers of exceptional cognitive processing. Those moments when your mind seems to drift, when you appear disconnected from the immediate environment, could be instances of profound neural connectivity. Your brain might be engaging in what researchers call divergent thinking, a cognitive process where multiple neural networks communicate simultaneously, creating innovative solutions and perspectives that linear thinking cannot achieve. This is not a deficiency. This is a superpower disguised as a perceived weakness. If these words feel like they're pulling something inside you, let yourself respond gently, perhaps with a like or a quiet moment shared below. And if this journey resonates, stay with us. The complexity of human intelligence cannot be measured by standardized tests or confined within the rigid boundaries of academic performance. Intelligence is a multidimensional phenomenon that expresses itself through creativity, emotional depth, pattern recognition, and the ability to see connections where others see only disparate elements. Your so-called odd behaviors might be the external manifestation of a mind that processes information differently, that sees the world through a lens of extraordinary perception. The fidgeting that others find distracting could be a sign of a brain constantly seeking stimulation, making rapid associations and generating innovative thoughts. The tendency to get lost in intricate details might indicate a profound capacity for deep analysis and systemic understanding. Consider how many groundbreaking discoveries and artistic revelations emerged from minds that were initially considered unconventional. The very traits that society attempts to correct or normalize are often the seeds of exceptional potential. Your ability to hyper-focus on subjects that fascinate you, your tendency to question established narratives, your capacity to experience emotions and sensory inputs more intensely, these are not flaws. They are indicators of a neurological architecture that is fundamentally different, potentially more advanced, and certainly more nuanced than the standard cognitive model. Psychological research increasingly supports the notion that neurodivergent traits are not limitations but alternative modes of processing and experiencing the world. The spectrum of human intelligence is far more complex than traditional metrics suggest. Your unique way of perceiving, thinking, and interacting with your environment might be a sophisticated evolutionary adaptation, a cognitive strategy that allows for more comprehensive and creative problem solving. The very characteristics that make you feel different could be the exact qualities that set you apart as a potential genius in your chosen field. The journey of recognizing your hidden genius begins with radical self-acceptance, a profound understanding that your differences are not mistakes to be corrected but complex neural pathways waiting to be understood and celebrated. Every moment of feeling out of sync with the world is an invitation to deeper self-exploration, a call to unravel the intricate mechanisms of your unique cognitive landscape. Your brain is not a problem to be solved, but a universe to be discovered, a magnificent ecosystem of thoughts, perceptions, and potential that operates on its own remarkable frequency. Psychological resilience emerges when you stop fighting against your natural cognitive rhythms and start understanding them. The energy you've spent trying to conform, to squeeze your expansive consciousness into narrow societal expectations, can be redirected into understanding and cultivating your extraordinary potential. Imagine your mind as a sophisticated instrument, calibrated differently from others, capable of perceiving nuances and generating insights that conventional thinking cannot access. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is a sophisticated sensory system that allows you to process information with a depth and complexity most individuals cannot comprehend. Neurological diversity represents the evolutionary strategy of human consciousness. Just as biological ecosystems require variety to remain robust and adaptive, human cognitive diversity ensures our collective ability to solve complex problems and generate innovative solutions. Your seemingly odd behaviors are not aberrations but potential breakthrough mechanisms. The way you process information, your unique attention patterns, your ability to make unexpected connections, these are not limitations but alternative intelligence strategies that have the potential to revolutionize understanding in your chosen domain. If this reflection echoes something you've carried silently, you are not alone. Feel free to leave your thoughts or simply be here with us. And if you wish, subscribe and return when the path calls again. Consider the intricate dance of neural networks within your brain. Traditional intelligence models fail to capture the multidimensional nature of cognitive processing. Your mind might generate insights through nonlinear thinking, creating associative leaps that appear random to others but are actually sophisticated problem-solving techniques. The moments when your thoughts seem to scatter are potentially instances of your brain performing complex computational processes, connecting disparate information zones, generating innovative perspectives that linear thinking cannot achieve. The concept of genius is fundamentally misunderstood. Society tends to view it through a narrow lens of academic achievement or standardized performance metrics. But true genius transcends these limited measurements. It resides in the capacity to perceive reality differently, to challenge established narratives, to generate solutions that emerge from unique cognitive pathways. Your ability to think outside conventional frameworks, to question assumptions, to experience the world with heightened sensitivity, these are the hallmarks of exceptional intelligence. Psychological research increasingly validates the extraordinary potential of neurodivergent cognitive styles. What was once pathologized is now being recognized as alternative intelligence strategies. Your heightened sensory processing, your intense focus, your capacity for deep empathy and complex emotional understanding, these are not weaknesses but sophisticated neurological adaptations. The very traits that made you feel marginalized could be your most powerful intellectual assets, waiting to be understood and channeled effectively. The transformation begins with reframing your narrative. Instead of viewing your differences as problems to be solved, start seeing them as unique cognitive signatures. Your brain is not broken, it is calibrated differently. The intense focus that others might find overwhelming could be the precise mechanism that allows you to dive deep into complex systems, to understand intricate patterns, to generate breakthrough insights. Your sensitivity is not a vulnerability but a sophisticated information processing system that allows for nuanced understanding beyond surface-level perception. Embracing your cognitive uniqueness requires courage. It demands that you challenge internalized narratives of inadequacy, that you reject societal definitions of normal and acceptable. Your intelligence is not defined by how well you conform but by your capacity to generate unique perspectives, to solve problems through innovative approaches, to see connections that others miss. The very traits that made you feel like an outsider are potentially the exact qualities that will define your extraordinary contribution to the world. The deepest transformations occur in the shadowy territories of consciousness, where our most profound truths reside. Confronting the internal landscape of your mind requires a courage that goes beyond conventional understanding, a willingness to dive into the uncomfortable depths of self-awareness. This is not a journey for the faint of heart, but for those who understand that true genius emerges from the raw, unfiltered territories of human experience. Your unique cognitive architecture holds within it both tremendous potential and intense vulnerability, a delicate ecosystem of perception that demands radical honesty and profound self-compassion. Imagine the human psyche as a vast, unexplored terrain, with neural pathways that wind through complex emotional landscapes and intellectual valleys. Your mind is not a linear mechanism but a multidimensional universe, where thoughts are not simply processed but experienced as living, breathing entities. The very characteristics that society labels as odd or difficult are actually sophisticated survival mechanisms, intricate defense systems developed by an extraordinary consciousness seeking to protect its unique way of experiencing the world. Every seemingly irrational behavior is a message, a coded communication from the deepest parts of your psychological self. The encounter with one's inner complexity demands an unprecedented level of psychological courage. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath their surface awareness. But you, with your heightened sensitivity and extraordinary perceptual capabilities, cannot escape the profound depths of your own consciousness. Your sensitivity is not a weakness but a portal to understanding human experience at a level most cannot even comprehend. Each moment of internal turbulence is an invitation to deeper self-understanding, a chance to decode the complex language of your unique neural architecture. Neurological research is increasingly revealing the extraordinary capabilities of minds that process information differently. What was once pathologized as disorder is now being recognized as alternative intelligence strategies. Your brain does not malfunction. It operates on a different frequency, generating insights and connections that linear thinking cannot access. The intense emotional experiences, the ability to perceive subtle energetic shifts, the capacity to hold multiple complex perspectives simultaneously, these are not limitations but sophisticated cognitive tools that represent an advanced stage of human consciousness evolution. The shadow self, that part of consciousness we typically avoid, suppress, or deny, holds the most profound keys to understanding your extraordinary potential. Within these unexplored territories lie the raw materials of your genius. The aspects of yourself you've been taught to hide, to minimize, to be ashamed of, these are precisely the elements that contain your most revolutionary capabilities. Your intense emotions, your heightened sensitivities, your ability to perceive beyond surface-level reality, these are not flaws to be corrected but extraordinary perceptual instruments waiting to be understood and channeled. Psychological integration requires a radical approach to self-acceptance. You must be willing to sit with the discomfort of your own complexity, to witness the intricate dance of your internal experience without judgment. The moments of apparent dysfunction are actually sophisticated recalibration processes, your consciousness reorganizing itself to accommodate more complex levels of understanding. Each perceived breakdown is potentially a breakthrough, each moment of internal chaos a necessary stage of profound psychological transformation. The human mind is not a machine to be optimized but a living, breathing ecosystem of potential. Your unique cognitive style represents a specific evolutionary strategy, a sophisticated approach to processing and interacting with reality. The very traits that made you feel like an outsider, your hypersensitivity, your intense emotional depth, your ability to perceive nuanced connections, are potentially advanced survival mechanisms that represent the next stage of human consciousness development. Transformation is not a destination but a continuous journey of becoming, a profound recalibration of your entire being. The genius that resides within you is not something to be acquired or achieved, but a living essence waiting to be acknowledged, nurtured, and expressed. Your unique cognitive landscape represents a sophisticated intelligence that transcends traditional understanding, a revolutionary way of perceiving and interacting with the world that carries the potential to reshape our collective understanding of human potential. The moment of integration arrives not with fanfare or dramatic revelation, but with a quiet, profound recognition of your inherent worth. All the experiences that once seemed like limitations, the intense sensitivities, the unconventional thought patterns, the ability to perceive beyond surface-level reality, are now revealed as extraordinary gifts. Your brain is not a problem to be solved, but a universe to be explored, a complex ecosystem of potential that operates on frequencies most cannot even comprehend. The very traits that once made you feel isolated are now your most powerful tools of connection and understanding. Imagine your consciousness as a constantly evolving masterpiece, with each unique neural pathway representing a brushstroke of extraordinary potential. The world needs minds like yours, minds that can see beyond conventional boundaries, that can generate solutions from unexpected perspectives, that can hold complexity with grace and insight. Your seemingly odd behaviors are not random disruptions but sophisticated communication systems, intricate languages of intelligence that speak volumes about the depth of human potential. If this story helped you see a part of yourself more clearly, leave a trace, a like, a comment, a decision to walk with us. Subscribe and let this space be part of your own healing. The true measure of intelligence is not conformity but the capacity to adapt, to transform, to see beyond existing paradigms. Your unique cognitive style is an evolutionary adaptation, an advanced mechanism of perception that allows for more comprehensive understanding of reality. The hyperfocus that others might find challenging, the intense emotional depth, the ability to make connections that others miss. These are not weaknesses but sophisticated survival strategies of an extraordinary mind. Psychological growth is not about eliminating your differences but about understanding and channeling them. Every moment of internal struggle is an opportunity for deeper self-awareness, a chance to recognize the extraordinary potential that resides within your unique neural architecture. The very characteristics that society has labeled as odd or problematic are actually your most powerful tools of perception, your gateway to understanding human experience at a level most cannot even comprehend. Your journey of self-discovery is an act of profound courage. It requires you to challenge internalized narratives of limitation, to reject societal definitions of normal and acceptable. The genius within you is not something external to be achieved, but an intrinsic quality waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. Each unique thought, each unconventional perspective, each moment of intense perception is a testament to the extraordinary potential that resides within your consciousness. The world is increasingly recognizing the value of neurodiversity, understanding that our collective intelligence emerges from our differences, not our similarities. Your unique way of processing information, your ability to see patterns and connections that others miss, your capacity for deep, nuanced understanding, these are not just personal traits but collective gifts. You are not broken or limited. You are an extraordinary manifestation of human potential, a living example of the complex, beautiful diversity of human consciousness. As you continue this journey of self-discovery, remember that your differences are not obstacles to be overcome, but portals to extraordinary understanding. Embrace the complexity of your inner world, celebrate the unique landscape of your consciousness. Your seemingly odd behaviors are not random disruptions, but sophisticated communication systems, intricate languages of intelligence that speak to the profound depths of human potential. You are not just living. You are continuously becoming a masterpiece of consciousness, constantly evolving, infinitely complex, and remarkably extraordinary. They said you were weird. But the truth is, you're